In 2026, one small airport rule change could stop you at security before you even reach the gate, and millions of travelers won't see it coming. Because this year, everything from your driver's license to your boarding pass is going digital, new European entry systems are tracking your every move, and hidden fees are sneaking into your ticket prices like never before. So buckle up, because I'm about to walk you through every single change that could make or break your next trip. Let's start with something that sounds amazing, but might leave you stranded at security. Digital driver's licenses are finally here. The TSA now accepts mobile licenses stored in your Apple Wallet or Google Wallet, but here's the problem nobody talks about. It only works at select airports and checkpoints. Your state might support it, your phone might be ready, but if you're flying out of a smaller airport or hit the wrong security lane, that digital ID becomes absolutely useless. I've seen travelers confidently walk up to TSA with just their phone, only to get sent to the back of the line when the scanner fails or the agent simply doesn't recognize the technology. The TSA themselves quietly admit that digital ID is just optional convenience, not a replacement. So here's rule number 1 for 2026. Always carry your physical license or passport. Always. Speaking of IDs, if you missed the Real ID deadline that hit on May 7th, 2025, you're going to need your passport for domestic flights. That little gold star on your license isn't just decoration anymore, it's your ticket to fly within the United States. No star means no boarding pass for domestic travel. But here's where things get interesting. The US is quietly testing something called the Digital Travel Credential. Picture this: walking through an airport using nothing but your face and your phone. No paper documents, no plastic cards, just biometric scanning that knows exactly who you are. Major airlines are already running trials in Atlanta, Dallas, and Los Angeles, and the technology is expanding fast. Within a couple of years, you might breeze through an entire airport without touching a single physical document. But until that future arrives, your traditional passport remains your most reliable travel companion. If this video is saving you future stress, hit like so more travelers see it. Now let's talk about a rule that refuses to die despite what TikTok keeps promising. The 311 liquids rule is still alive and kicking in 2026. You're still limited to containers under 3.4 ounces in that familiar clear quart-sized bag. But here's what actually changed: the technology behind security screening. Many airports now use advanced computed tomography scanners that create three-dimensional images of your bag's contents. Where these CT scanners exist, you can leave your liquids and laptops inside your carry-on. Chicago O'Hare has them, Dallas Fort Worth has them, Miami International too. But smaller regional airports, most don't. Unless you know for certain your departure airport has CT scanning lanes, pack like it's still 2010. Airlines are also quietly tightening carry-on restrictions again. Some carriers are enforcing stricter size limits, while others like Southwest are completely reworking their seat assignment and baggage fee structure starting this year. The translation? Weigh and measure your bags before you leave home, or risk paying $75 at the gate when your bag doesn't fit. If Europe is on your travel list for 2026, prepare for a completely different entry experience. The European Union's entry-exit system officially launched on October 12, 2025, and becomes mandatory by April 10, 2026. Every single time you enter or leave the Schengen zone, which covers most of Europe, your photo and fingerprints get recorded digitally. Gone are the days of a quick passport stamp and a friendly welcome. Now you'll face biometric scanning at automated gates. First-time visitors should expect the process to take several extra minutes while the system captures and stores your information. Once you're registered, subsequent entries move faster. But if you're making connecting flights within Europe, build extra time into your itinerary. And there's more coming. Europe's ETIAS travel authorization system goes live in late 2026. Think of it as Europe's version of the US ESTA program. American travelers will need to apply online and pay about €7 before flying, even for short tourist visits. It's quick and relatively cheap, but forget to complete it and you won't even make it to your boarding gate. Here's a pro tip. If you're traveling with family or friends, register together during your first EES entry to stay in the same processing queue for future visits. Travel costs are shifting in 2026 too. Starting April 1st, the UK increases its air passenger duty tax again. Flights departing the UK, especially in premium cabins, just got more expensive. You'll probably notice similar fuel surcharges and environmental taxes creeping into ticket prices worldwide as governments look for new revenue sources. But there's actually some good news hidden in the fine print. The US Department of Transportation implemented new automatic refund rules that force airlines to issue immediate refunds when they cancel or significantly delay flights. No more waiting on hold for hours begging for your money back. You'll also get automatic refunds for paid extras like seat upgrades or Wi-Fi when the airline fails to deliver. The key word here is automatic, but only when the data is clean and complete. Keep screenshots of delay notifications, save receipts for any purchases, and if your flight gets canceled overnight, ask the gate agent about the airline's customer service plan. Many carriers are now required to offer food vouchers or hotel accommodations for eligible delays, but only if you know to ask. Let me share what actually works best for smooth travel in 2026. Mobile Passport Control, or MPC, is the official U.S. Customs app that lets you submit your arrival information before reaching the immigration officer. It's completely free and accepted at over 50 U.S. airports. If you travel internationally twice a year or more, this app alone can save you 30 minutes per trip. Global Entry remains your best investment for frequent international travelers. You can use those dedicated kiosks for re-entry even when your travel companions don't have the program. And Clear Plus continues expanding in 2026, though remember it only speeds up the ID verification step, not TSA security screening itself. Combine Clear with PreCheck, and you've got the golden combination for airport efficiency. Those facial recognition boarding gates aren't disappearing either. By the end of 2026, most U.S. international terminals will board passengers using face scans instead of paper boarding passes. If this makes you uncomfortable, you can opt out by telling the gate agent you prefer manual document checking. The trials with digital travel credentials are expanding rapidly too. Your smartphone might soon securely store your passport information, allowing you to move through airports without physical documents. Start preparing now by keeping your ID, passport, and phone together. That's your travel triangle for the future. Here's your action plan for navigating 2026 travel changes. Always carry a real ID-compliant license or passport as your primary identification. Only enroll in digital ID programs if both your state and frequently used airports fully support the technology. Continue packing liquids under 3.4 ounces and assume TSA agents will enforce traditional rules unless you see CT scanners. For European travel, familiarize yourself with EES processing timelines and the upcoming ETIAS requirement. Keep detailed receipts and screenshots for any refund claims or airline credits. Consider enrolling in Mobile Passport Control or Global Entry to skip customs lines. And whatever you do, don't be the traveler who discovers at the gate that your digital ID doesn't work at that particular airport. Travel in 2026 isn't necessarily harder than before. It just rewards preparation and knowledge. The passengers who understand these changes will glide through airports while others get stuck in lines, arguing with agents or paying unexpected fees. The smart travelers are already adapting to these new systems, learning the technology and building backup plans. They're the ones who'll be relaxing in their seats while everyone else scrambles to figure out why their digital ID got rejected or why they need biometric scanning for their European vacation. These changes represent the biggest shift in travel procedures we've seen in years. Some make the experience smoother and more secure, while others add complexity that catches unprepared travelers off guard. The key is staying informed and having multiple options ready. Whether you're a once-a-year vacation traveler or a frequent business flyer, these 2026 changes will affect your journey. The passengers who adapt early will have significant advantages over those who show up expecting everything to work the same way it did last year. These rules are still changing, and I cover updates the moment they roll out. So if you want to stay ahead of airport chaos, subscribe now and check out the video linked on screen for more travel tips. Remember, smart preparation leads to smooth connections, and I'll see you in the next one.